So sometimes when I get these downloads, I feel super excited about them, but I feel that they're also important. So I know that sometimes this stuff sounds kind of crazy, but I also want you guys to know that the real reality is a little nutty. And so this is the download that I got. This is the download that I got. You know how Telegram has all their servers in international waters so that corporations and governments can't shut them down? So I was thinking, like, when you go into a courtroom, you know, we've talked about sovereignty and people trying to be like, well, this is the natural me, this is the all caps me, this is the government version of me. I represent that person, but I'm not that person. But then there's this other side of it where I got this download where we could kind of like digitally sidestep this entire system. Let's say you have a corporation in a different country, right? And that corporation's doing business. And so let's say that corporation doesn't have to pay any taxes. So you end up not having to pay any taxes for the work that you're doing. So now let's say that we created these little time capsule servers that are out in the ocean, or they're in these hydrogen balloons just floating across the earth, kind of like Starlink. And let's say that they all have international law. So that's basically no government. That's basically no tax. But these aren't us. These are digital representations of us that live in these places that are floating in the ocean and floating above the earth. And let's say that we all agree that we don't want to pay tax anymore. We don't. So these entities are working for us. These entities are a digital representation of us, but they're not us. Could we do this? Could we build a society that's just like an international space so that anything we do digitally, and even the cryptocurrency, let's say we don't think of it as money, finances, or property. It's strictly an exchange of energy. So if we start looking at things, and just like the deep state and the guys that have been trying to control us, they rename things and they redefine things, we can do that too. I think that's actually part of our innate nature, is to define things and to create things and to channel things and to, like, we just basically create reality. So why don't we do that on our own accord? We can create our own laws. We can create our own digital space. We could even create servers that are attached to the internet so that they're all connected. And then in that, we have this place where we don't have to pay taxes, and these digital entities that represent us can have, let's say, a cryptocurrency, but the laws that we govern the crypto by, it's not finances. It's not finances. It's not property. It is simply an exchange of energy, because you can't see it. You can't touch it. It's digital. And so what's the definition of something like that? Can you say property? It's a digital asset. Well, you know what? This is a digital asset in a digital world that isn't actually on this physical plane. So it doesn't hold the same rules. We just all agree collectively. And so that's how we're going to do commerce. That's how we're going to do business, not by exchanging finances, but energy, because that's what we're doing every single day, actually.